Hello everybody, this is Andrew for GameZone, and we are going to be continuing our Dark Souls 2 playthrough with Rei II. And here we go. We are in the Huntsman's Copse. Copseptic. Alright. We got those items right in the beginning of the last episode. Lost that duel. Last episode had a little bit of a issue at the end, but literally didn't miss anything. I don't know what happened. Just kind of freaked out. But so that's a thing. I'm aware. I'm hopefully, guess, become more conscious of that. That's a direction I'm not pointing. All right. So, oh yeah, we wanted to put the Dueler's Bow on because I like it. Yeah. All right. So we're going to be continuing on with this area, collecting the items first before we go challenge the area bosses. Let's kill these guys. Yeah, what I do for those guys, I just kind of wait for them to like make their move, to put their giant sickles into the ground or swing them and then punish them. Yeah, we have these really annoying poison freaking butterflies just constantly sprinkling their poison dust all over the place. I mean, you can dodge them, you can shoot them. As we know, I have no ranged weapon, so I just kind of deal with it. Once you're poisoned, the poison dust doesn't really hurt you anymore. But it will once it wears off, so that's a thing. Poisoned, yeah. Drink up. Said item, we can actually get it by going over that platform over the bridge, but I want to collect all this local stuff first before one of these sickle jerks sneak up on us. Go for the kill. Quick enough attack. Burn them down. Almost died of poison. Don't want that. Almost died of that phantom trying to kill me. Remember, we have 8 uses of our magic weapon, Spellblade, so we might as well use it. There's no obvious entrance to this place except the obvious one in the front. We get a Morning Star, Soul of a Lost Undead, all that good stuff. Yeah, we're gonna... My quest to use these cracked eye orbs. Hey, that one actually searched. It didn't instantly tell me I'm an idiot, so no, looks like no response. One day, those usage will work. Maybe, possibly. Hey, let's run through the poison mist. I literally saw it falling. I was like, hey, I don't think I'm standing in it enough. Let me turn around and run into it more. That's a bad strategy. Don't do that. Don't take pages out of my book. My book's stupid. Drink up. Slowly get poisoned. Gonna get this item. There's one hollow waiting in ambush behind this tree. A clubber. Yay. Yeah, he's really trying to stay on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Your effort was valiant, but your life is over. He has an item. That's like a troll. Is he spinning that club? Spinning. It's creepy as hell. Sure, we lost the ragdoll physics, but sometimes things like that are almost just as good. My staff just keeps poking me. Poking me. Okay. So now that the butterfly is done poisoning the region, for the time being, can't get around this branch. These 2 mobs are cool because they try to flank, which I appreciate. It's a good sign as a good AI. If that guy didn't jump to the right, I may have not even seen the clubber. We notice someone else is shooting arrows at me. That's got to be put to a stop. Hey, you. Quit that. Quit that shit. All right. He falls. His other archer buddy needs to go. Give him the double tap to the stomach. Pow. Bridge is up. We need to lower that mother. But first, Mr. Ceiling Guy has a few combos he wants to bust into my face. He goes down. Pull a little lever here. As we can see, that will start, it starts the mechanism to lower the bridge. Lots of noise, lots of cranking, lots of stuff. So that hut has no obvious entrance, so the only thing left to do is go through the roof. Boom. Poison moss, green blossom. I love green blossom. Makes your stamina go up even faster. Run out of this cave you only get from falling. The game puts in a lot of those. You see those caves, you're like, how do I get in there? Usually it means it's an exit from some other secret path. So that way, that bridge we lowered is actually the path to Skeleton Lords, but we are not going there yet. We want to beat the optional boss in this region, the Executioner's Chariot, first, who, he's an easy-ish boss once you actually get to the I'm going to fight the horsey phase, but before that part, not so easy. You have to like dodge, dip, dive, duck. Hey, see, I told you I never died trying to make that jump. Yeah. His chariot and the skeletons and the necromancers. There's a whole lot going on there. So we're going to deal with that quite shortly. Ugh. In Dark Souls, the original Dark Souls, that probably would have killed me. The Torch Hollows, they just destroy your face, man. They have no remorse for life or mistakes. Got Sickle Bro, that'd be funny. Guys on unicycles. Dark Souls, I would say it's I could have run straight. I could have got out of that, but no. I figured, you know what? We're almost poisoned. Let's roll into more of the poison. That's a good strat. You see that? There's that patrolling dude on the top there. The kind of like, what do you call it? A crescent trident? Crescent polearm? Is it a bident? Or is it just a crescent axe? Oh no, it actually has some trident action. It has a really little nubby in the middle. Those guys you want to dodge, you want to crush, you want to kill, you want to murder. On the server test, those guys were red in the next valley, which means they were a one-time spawn. In this case, they're not a one-time spawn. They're always there. So yeah. So if you die here, if you die on the Executioner's Chariot, you have to keep killing these guys. Or what I do is just run past them and have about the 50-50 chance of actually making the gate or not. The fog gate's not the hard part. It's surviving the walking through the fog gate. All right, so this guy we actually want to draw out, because if we actually fight him in his little area, his little buddies will come, and the last thing we want is this guy and his two whip bros to be here. So this guy, like I deal with anything else, I wait for him to do something, dodge it, and then punish him. Let's put on our enchanted weapon, since we still have 7 uses after we use this one. We got a total of 2 polearm guys, 1 down, and 2 whip bros. The whip bros I deal with the same way. I let them, they have like a 3 combo hit they do often. I just dodge, 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 punish. Do a little bit backstab action. And finish with the jump attack while he's on the floor. Ends his miserable reign. So this is kind of a trap. You see the guy, there's 4 dudes, and the 4th guy just jumped instead of the 3rd. So you're, in case you don't see him, you run up and you try to kill him, and then the other whip guy is going to pop down and say howdy, and you don't want him to say howdy. He says howdy with a whip. And that is nobody's friend. Here we go. Whip, whip, whip. Backstab. They leave a lot of room of openness. Gah. I just like the jump attack. It's just rewarding to me. Alright. Bloodstain. Message. There are holes in this bridge, and you can fall and die. So look out for those planks that cross the pits. Now we gotta fight this red invaderish tanky guy. He's an issue. Just running down here because I want to put my magical enchantment on. He tried to do a jump attack. He's pretty nimble for that huge weapon. Yeah, we don't want to fight this guy in a bridge. I'm sure we could easily push him. Actually, yeah, pushing him off actually sounds like a pretty good idea. Wait him to swing and then just start doing repeated pokes to his side until we actually topple him. Whoa. He's pretty fast for that thing. Ooh, he nicked me. He nicked me. All I'm doing is rolling. I'm not really attacking because, I don't know, logic. I'm going to drink on him. He's going to swing ferociously. I feel like if he was a player, he would have been out of stamina a long time ago. Missed with that second attack. Kind of confusing, but, you know. Sometimes it's not. Ooh, that backswing. That arc. That's kind of the old Zweihander weak attack from Dark Souls. This guy's actually giving me quite a bit of a challenge here. He is backstabbable. He can't parry. He's got that shield bash that does crazy stamina damage. So this is the Executioner's Chariot. Enchant our weapon. Give us an example. Wow. Give us an advantage to kill these skeletons and necromancers. So we can't actually kill the boss. I mean, I think you actually can if you have like ranged or magic and you actually want to target him as he goes by, but that's not really what we're doing here. We want to jump in these alcoves so when he goes by, he crushes the skeletons. He'll crush you. He'll insta-kill you if he hits you, but if you're not in a little alcove and you're just on the side and you actually roll, you have enough adaptability or you time it properly, you can roll actually through his Ben-Hur spikes. That was a really bad example of how to do that. I don't think I did enough damage to the necromancer and that threw me off, so I died. As you see, I die a few more times. I'm not on the boss, but on my way here. You can see actually my thing there. It's because I'm just running through the guys, and as you can see, there's quite a party behind me. I timed that just right to not die like I did the time before and the time before that. So Rei II is not looking too good. I don't want to show you me dying repeatedly on the way over here. That would probably be the most unexciting thing. So I like to get in those alcoves, and if the skeletons that are beating on you, do a few rolls just to get the invulnerability frame so they don't hit you. They will build up a bleed, and that would be bad. I didn't have time to enchant my weapon because, as you saw, I was running, and there's a lot of skeletons here. I actually like to backtrack a little on this boss just because it brings the skeletons back, and if they die and the necromancers do bring them back, they're further away, and sometimes they get a little wonky with their AI and don't really chase that hard. I like to hang out in the middle until the chariot comes. So that was actually me dodging the chariot's spike, not being in the alcove. Because the skeletons will stay in the middle, and it doesn't take long to get to one of the alcoves. There's another example of rolling through the spike. It's good, too, because the skeletons will never dodge it. So if the skeletons can dodge, well, they can not get hit if they're in the alcove. There's the necromancer. Let's hang out with him. That was him resurrecting the skeletons we're trying to. There's only 2 necromancers in this fight, so burn them down. And then before you pull the lever, which will start the boss encounter for real, kill the rest of the skeletons or have the executioner kill the skeletons. Not that necromancers aren't there. There's nothing to res the skeletons. So if you want to just kind of like run around and not fight them and let the executioner take care of them, it's totally an option. I do a little both. Let him do some damage, pick him off. Like, that skeleton's crushed. Yeah, he got a soul. You know the skeletons are dead and won't be resurrected when you actually get their souls. Otherwise, the necromancers will AoE them up, which is super obnoxious. Super obnoxious. All right, there he goes again. This is the lever. This will put down the porculus. Then he will still run into because he's just doing rounds. He's got his NASCAR thing going on. He's making a bunch of left turns. I don't know if this is just what he does all day, but I mean, undead life, hollow life. Maybe this is what gets his rocks off. I don't know. We're gonna enchant our weapon. This guy's about to have a really bad time. Only takes 400 damage from running into a porculus, but I guess it kills the executioner. And now we just gotta deal with this horsey. For the most part, when the horse charges you, if you roll back, he won't hit you. There's actually a really big window of where you can roll. I think I fail once here anyways, despite me saying that. See, that was really early, and I was fine. In a battle like the Royal Rat Authority or something, if you roll that early, you're going to get crushed. I like to keep kind of close to this guy. He'll back off and do this charge move, or he'll do like this like dark snort, which he's doing now. Just run away from it. You don't have time for that. You don't want to deal with that. Here comes another charge. This guy, yes, super early. I was so early on that, and it didn't matter. He takes a lot of damage. He doesn't actually have that many hit points. That's another charge. See, I was really early and I still almost dodged that. If you get to his sides, he'll do like these buck attacks, which are fairly easy to dodge, but I think it's just easier the way I'm doing it. Dodge. See, we're getting close to the edge on both directions of the pit. There's the buck attack. So I just turn him around because I don't want to be put in the pit because that's the worst way to die. Not like this. All right, so stab him a little on his chest. Lots of damage, lots of damage. There's like over probably 700 damage there. Poke him. He doesn't have any weird phases. He doesn't change up his game plan. He does this. That snort thing right there is a really good time to heal if you need to. Or enchant your weapon or put on a buff or whatever you're doing. Again. Boom, boom. I think I go for it, yeah. Sit down, horsey. That's it. And then go... There's not a whole lot past this fight. I'm going to go collect the items. There's a bonfire and a Covenant of Blood. It's one of the main PvP covenants that aren't like area restricted like the rats or the bells. They're kind of the closest thing to the Dark Wraiths from before. Oh, those are all the guys that wanted to murder my face off that I didn't really want to let through that fog gate. So yeah, we're going to ignore them for now. We can deal with them. Okay, they're not really chasing. The bonfire fixes all situations anyways. All right, got some more items. Got some brave souls that actually somehow got past the porculus. Porcupine? I don't know. Fading soul. It's a pretty big battle arena. I know it's narrow-ish, but it's long, man. It's a full circle. See, there's the pit on the other side. Careful, soul. Literally a soul of a brave warrior. It's the last left or right from this angle. Hurrah for rolling. True. Always hurrah for rolling. And we have a bonfire to the... creepy guy. Got a bonfire here. Rest up. So this dude, he wants to like bathe in blood. He wants to roll in blood. He wants us to follow the dark god of murder and blood. There's some blood stuff involved, he says. It's good. It's good stuff. So yeah, if you want a PvP and you don't want to like be restricted to like areas or events, that's probably the Covenant for you. But in this game, there's not a whole lot of punishment for leaving Covenant, and the cat actually keeps records of your ranks in all of them. So mix it up, have a good time. What are we doing here? The Blue Covenant. Kind of have to rock that ring to get randomly sent into other worlds, but still at this point in the game, that's like not really happening. There's not enough people in the blue. There's way too many sentinels. The levels have to be somewhat similar. You have to be in the right area-ish. There's a lot of equations that are just making this not happen. More endurance. Endurance is always good. Endurance helps me roll. Endurance helps me stab. Helps me run further or for longer amounts of time. Just checking to see our items, seeing if there's any quick things we can upgrade because upgrades are good. One large Titanite shard away. If we get McDuff, we can have infinite sources to large Titanite shards. But that's it. I don't think we want to upgrade our armor yet. I don't know how much I want to dump into the Warders set. The Wanderer set. I'll be around if you make it back. Alright, everyone, so that's it for this one. We're going to go back to the Huntsman's area to go towards Skeleton Lords in the next episode. So expect some Skeleton Lords. Next episode is the last one with the recording issue. So it'll be the last one I have to voice over after the fact with no sound, with no game sound. So I'm excited for that. My voice hurts from doing all these, so let's do it. Farewell, everyone. We're going to go real quick. We're just going to go back human Rei II had a rough time there. All right. Farewell, everyone.